Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Jammerit coming to you today with a brand new video, boys. And today, we're completing all the weekly challenges for the SBCs. So let's get right into the video. So guys, welcome to another video on the channel. And today, guys, what we're going to be doing is going through and completing all 6 of the weekly challenges, guys, in one video. So let's go through and just do this first one first and foremost. So we've got 2 scouting cards, 171, 171, a 72, and we will require another 72 to make up the 72 overall team rating, the 4 players, and the 3 leagues at a max. Now, what we're going to be doing, guys, is just sort of talking about each of these individually and, you know, just giving my thoughts on them. And we are doing it on my mini account. Now, we'll talk about that in a bit more detail as we go. Now, first and foremost, the skill boost one, guys, probably not worth it unless you've got untradables. Make sure you check the prices of the cards that you're putting into the SBCs, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Like, seriously, some cards are extinct. And, you know, if you want to find the prices of those cards, just look at other prices at the similar rating and find, you know, their highest value card and then list it up at that price. And maybe you want to drop it a little bit, maybe you want to increase it. Just test it, guys, because if it's especially like a desirable card, it will sell for a very, very high value. Now, I have been selling a lot on my main account, guys, you know, just from various campaigns that you've sort of accumulated over time. You know, obviously, all the cards from daily activities that you get, you know, 3 per day, it all adds up. And, you know, I've picked up some pretty decent cards, you know, over the time on my main account. And we've been able to sell a few of them, which has been good, you know. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, if you have been making coins off these SBCs. Have you been selling your bench, or have you actually been completing the SBCs? Let me know in the comments, guys. Very, very interested about that. But yeah, like I said, at this moment in time, guys, what I am doing is, on my main account anyway, is just selling sort of, you know, cards which are very, very desirable. Say, for example, like Turkish League, Super League players, you know, Turkish nationals, etc., guys, because they are very, very, very expensive at the moment. And what I'm going to be doing is just sort of monitoring it on my main account. Now, obviously, at the moment, guys, you know, there is a lot of hype behind the SBCs, so that drives the prices up severely. Now, I may just wait for prices to hopefully drop, you know, over the next coming days, and especially when, you know, the Team Hero stuff comes out, because usually when Team Hero stuff comes out, prices will drop because obviously there's a relatively large influx of golds. But that weekly challenge number 2, guys, it's not worth it. Do not do that one. You know, I put in, I think, 6 74 to 75 rated cards for 20k XP and 1 SBC point. So that is not worth it, guys, whatsoever. So unless you're aiming on getting the Zardes, do not even consider doing that, guys. Do not even consider doing that. Now, we've got weekly challenge number 3. This one offers the Ünder. Now, in this one, we require a 78 overall team, 11 players, obviously, in their position, 2 Calcio A, 1 Super League, and 3 Turkish. Now, we've got Nuri Sahin, Çeju, as well as Ünder, and the central attacking midfielder. So, Sahin, Ünder, and the attacking midfielder are a Turkish players, sorry. We've got Çeju there, who is actually, obviously, our Super League player. And then our Calcio A are the Ünder, as well as Florenzi. So, let's just double check to see if the rating's okay. So as you guys can see, we do have the exact 78 overall rating team, which is absolutely fantastic. So we're just going to go through and submit that, and then be done with it and move on to weekly challenge number 4, and then go from there. Also, I'm not sure if I should use that 76 overall card, the left mid. Anyway, guys, let's go through and claim up this Ünder. So obviously, it's good the fact that he is tradable, so we can help, you know, recoup some coins that way. And we do get some SBC points. Now, my main concern with the SBC points is that I feel that there should be other rewards offered. not just one huge sort of overall card, you know, for the Zardes. We were just looking up Versatech players because we needed some for that 74, 75 overall SBC, the challenge number 2. Now, I just want to double check Under's price to see how much he is. Let's hope he's still over 700k. He has been dropping a little bit over time, you know, which is expected. As more people complete him, the cheaper he will become. But 770, not too bad. But yeah, let's go through and jump into the Pogba challenge, guys, and then go from there. On to Paul Pogba's challenge, guys. So here we have 87 overall central defensive midfielder. He is one card from a while back, you know, before the team of the week structure was the way that it is. So he will be untradeable. Now, in this instance, guys, we require an 80 overall team, 3 Premier League players. The 3 Premier League players that we are using are Chris Wood, Emre Can, as well as Johnny Evans there. So those are the 3 cards that we are using. Now, obviously, you know, we've got some elites in here, Tolisso and Philip, but those cards were so cheap. Like, Philip was under 150k at one point, and Tolisso, you know, was under 250k, and he's still very cheap. And they are extremely useful for these SBCs, guys, in terms of saving coins. Now, obviously, I could have probably used some lower rated team of the week cards, but we went with Feguli, Emre Can, as well as Delit. I could have probably trained up a lower rated one, but I don't really have all that much XP on this account. So I just went with those options, guys. But yeah, make sure, you know, you calculate how much it would cost, say, to level up a 75 to 79, as opposed to just picking up the 79 straight off the market before you actually go through and submit these, guys, because you can save some coins that way. As you saw there, Tolisso's price is still very small. So yeah, definitely they help a lot, guys. They really do, especially for the ratings. Brandt is worth quite a bit at the moment, and I just want to double check to see if the ratings are okay. Okay, so we can actually drop it 1. So we will put in that Jemison and then claim it up. And we cannot put in a 76, so we can drop 1 rating. I think I'll just replace that Bruno Alves. Let me just double check to see if I have any replacements for that Brandt. We don't really have all that many left midfielders, unfortunately, so we will just be using him in this instance, and we'll be replacing Bruno Alves with the Jemison. Now, we did pack that Bruno Alves from the rewards previously, so you know that's not too bad. And there you guys can see, so that's going to be the team, guys, for the Pogba 87 overall central defensive midfielder. Now, the thing is that if you don't want these cards, like if you don't have any specific desire for them, or you're not going for the Zardes, don't do them. Just save them up, guys, because who knows, we might get other cards in the future that people want. You know, so just save until they come around, and then, you know, just think about it going forward. Now, I am probably not going to use this Pogba in my mini account. I mean, I'll put him in my team, but I'll probably use him in the future for SBCs. And moving on to challenge number 5, guys, probably the one that is not worth it whatsoever. You know, it's 300k XP plus the 5 SBC points. So yeah, unless you're, you know, wanting to just complete them, don't do this one, guys. So this one requires 82 overall team, 3 nations and 4 leagues. So we've got Belgian in Mingele and Hazard, as well as Fellaini. And then we've got Emre Can, Selke, Betancourt, Stark, Orban as German, and actually Musonda is Belgian as well, Ignashevich and Kokorin as Russian Premier League players, and then Musonda as well as the 4th league. So we've got Bundesliga, Russian Premier League, English Premier League, as well as a 4th one, which we'll double check once we go back. But I just want to show you guys, so obviously we've got Selke here. He is a fantastic option to use, just because of the fact that he is so cheap, and he's got good league, good nation, high rating. You can't really ask for anything else than that. So he is one fantastic option. Now, 79 overall cards, guys, for right forwards. Kokorin is the only one. Now, I only use Kokorin because of the fact that there is also that Ignashevich from the Versatech cards. Now, there aren't really all that many right forwards in the game, guys. That is one thing you'll notice. So, obviously, you know, this Versatech card does help. There is a 74 overall right forward that there is in the game, so we'll just go through and double check that. As you guys can see here, we've got the 74 overall card, but other than that, we've only pretty much got the Thomas Muller. Now, I probably would have used Muller if there wasn't that Kokorin, but using the XP that you get from the Verse Attack rewards, as well as, you know, I packed both Ignacevic and Kokorin. It helps a lot, guys. It really does help. And as you can see, that there are some other right forwards. Don't even consider those ones. Those are the best 3 options, in my opinion. So let's just go back to the squad build challenge. And obviously on this account, guys, we don't have any campaign players because we haven't really done the campaign on my mini account. On my main account, we've got a lot of them. But yeah, as you can see, we've got Premier League, Bundesliga, Russian Premier League, as well as the Scottish Premier League for Mosonda. So there are the 4 leagues, the 4 nations, and exact positions, and 82 overall rated. Not worth it whatsoever, like I said, unless you are going for the SBC points and, you know, trying to work towards that Zardes. Let's go now onto the final one, guys. Finally, moving on to the 6th challenge of the week. This one is sort of in the middle. It depends on what you've got on your bench. I may be doing it on my main account. We'll just see. So we've got 11 players in their position, 3 nations being Brazilian, Portuguese, and Spanish, as well as 1 long shot boost. Obviously, Bernardo Silva is a great candidate for this SBC. I think there was a bug when it was first released, like it required some sort of random position that didn't actually exist, but it has been fixed since. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is the squad that we are using. We just need to upgrade 1 level, I think. But we've upgraded quite a few of them. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm just going to go through and upgrade a Torres 1 level, and then we'll go from there. And we are back, so we're just going through and putting in a few bronze players. Make sure you check all your bronze players, or not all your, maybe not all your bronze, but especially Turkish ones. And also, you know, most silver cards, guys, because they are very expensive. So make sure you're checking all that. It is very time consuming, but it's worth it at the end of the day. So let's go through now and just talk about this team. So we've got Fernando Torres, Roberto, Alberto, Moreno, Big Ass, as well as Ceballos, all Spanish, as well as Bernardo Silva, João Moutinho, and Miguel Veloso being the Portuguese contingent of the team, and then Luis Adriano and Rafinha as the Brazilians. So there are our 3 exact nations, guys. I just want to go through and double check the price of the Silva at the moment, because he's still very cheap, and the Silva, you know, obviously is sort of key because of the fact that he does have that long shot boost. So as you guys can see, still hovering around 300k, guys. So if you're wanting to do this one, you know, it may be worth it. Another good thing about this one is that they are specific to attacking skill boosts, so that is one, you know, good thing about it. Now, one thing that I'd like to see in terms of the rewards going forward is maybe some bigger coin rewards. You know, obviously the Ünder, if you want to sell him, is technically a coin reward, but, you know, the XP one, I just think that put a lot of people off doing these. So yeah, that's one thing to consider, but it's nice that they are bringing cards back, like, you know, the Pogba, etc. And there you guys can see the distribution of the skill boosts. But other than that, guys, this is pretty much just going to be the end of the video for today. We'll probably complete those other 2 off the video recording, because we still have 2 attempts at it. But yeah, thank you all for everything, guys. Let me know your progress on the SBCs. And like I said, I will just be monitoring them on my main account, hoping that prices drop. And if they do drop enough, I will go through and finish them. And you can see here, we've got new matchups. Let me know who you guys picked for the matchups. But other than that, this is Jammerit signing out for the day. Thank you all for everything, and peace.